Good day to all of you. I am Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dugar College, Bikaner. Today's lecture topic is what are microwaves and what are basic backgrounds or frequency bands of microwaves which are essential for our paper 7th A for MSc Final Physics. So elementarily, what are the microwaves and what are the advantages and disadvantages of microwaves and what are the frequency bands used? So this lecture is for these kinds of terminologies. What are microwaves? We all familiar with electromagnetic radiation, and electromagnetic radiation have many kinds of bands and regions, out of which microwaves is a region. Microwaves are a form of electromagnetic radiation with wavelength ranging from about 1 meter to 1 millimeter. What is the wavelength range? 1 meter to 1 millimeter. With frequency between 300 megahertz, that is 1 meter, and 300 gigahertz, that is 1 millimeter. Different sources define different frequency ranges as microwaves. The above broad definition included both UHF ultra high frequency and EHF millimeter wave bands. A microwave is an electromagnetic wave with a wavelength in the range 0.001 to 0.3 meter, shorter than of a normal radio wave but longer than those of infrared radiation. Microwaves are used in radar, in communication, and for heating in microwave oven, that is used here as home appliances in various industrial processes. These are different kinds of definitions you can use in different approaches. A microwave is an electromagnetic wave of extremely high frequency, from 300 gigahertz to 0.3 gigahertz, and having wavelengths of from 1 mm to 30 centimeter. A microwave is a part of electromagnetic radiation or spectrum associated with the larger infrared waves and the shorter radio waves, larger than infrared and shorter than radio waves, used for radar communication, etc., and generally regarded as 300 GHz to 0.3 GHz with wavelength from 1 mm to 1 meter. This is the spectrum of electromagnetic spectrum. Here you can see that radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. And this chart is also beneficial for your general knowledge purpose. Okay, so what we see, the frequencies: low frequency, longer wavelength. Here, high frequency, shorter wavelength. That means the frequency is increasing from radio to gamma rays, or gamma rays to radio, wavelength is increasing. That means radio waves have maximum larger or longer wavelength or low frequency, and gamma rays have shorter wavelength and high frequency. Wavelength is 10 raised to 21 to 10 raised to 24. Okay, here 10 raised to 8 to 10 raised to 10, 10 raised to 10 to 10 raised to 12. These are the frequency range. This is the range of wavelength: 10 raised to minus 11 to 10 raised to minus 15. This is the wavelength range and this is the frequency range. They have high frequency 10 raised to 21 to 10 raised to 24. and wavelength is 10 is to minus 11 to 10 is to minus 15. Similarly, this is the wavelength and this is the frequency. Okay, so different approaches is also shown here, that the size of the different things, how comparable to the different wavelengths, such like int, people. Okay, so this is given here: virus, atom, atomic molecule, model, atomic model. Okay, this spectrum is a visible spectrum, and on right side ultraviolet light and left side infrared light. So many kinds of approaches are shown here, so you can remember that is more familiar with you. So there are many ways to remember the things. Okay, so try to remember electromagnetic spectrum. You all know that 7 regions in order of decreasing of wavelength or increasing of energy and frequency. The common designations are radio waves, microwaves, infrared, IR, visible light, ultraviolet, UV, X-rays and gamma rays. Though the sciences generally classify electromagnetic waves into 7 basic types, all are manifestations of same phenomenon. Okay, radio waves, instant communication, used for instant communication, microwaves for data and heat, infrared for invisible heat, visible light rays, ultraviolet waves for energetic light, X-rays for penetrating radiation, and gamma rays for nuclear energy. These are the some examples. Now come to the properties of microwaves. Following the properties, these are the properties. Number 1, microwaves are waves that radiate electromagnetic energy with shorter wavelength. Electromagnetic energy radiation with shorter wavelength. Microwaves are not reflected by ionosphere. That is very important point. These waves are not reflected by ionosphere. Microwaves travel in a straight line. Microwaves travels in a straight line and reflected by the conducting surfaces. Their reflection is from conducting surfaces. Microwaves are easily attenuated. Microwaves can be easily attenuated within shorter distances. Microwaves are easily attenuated within shorter distances. Microwave currents can flow through a thin layer of a cable. Microwave currents can be flow through a thin layer of a cable. Advantages of microwaves: supports larger bandwidths. Microwave supports larger bandwidths, that is useful in communication, and hence more information is transmitted. Information is more that can be transmitted by microwaves. For this reason, microwaves are used for point-to-point communications. More antenna gain is possible. Higher data rates are transmitted as the bandwidth is more. Data rates are higher because bandwidth is larger or more. Antenna size gets reduced. So devices are smaller and the frequencies are higher. Low power consumption, as the signals are of higher frequency. Low power consumption, signals are of higher frequency. Effect of fading gets reduced by using line of sight propagation. Fading gets reduced due to line of sight propagation. Provides effective reflection area. Effective reflection area in the radar systems. Satellite and terrestrial communications with high capacities are possible. Satellites and terrestrial communications with high capacities and are possible. Low-cost miniature microwave components can be developed. Low-cost miniature microwave components, very small size of components can be developed for microwaves. Effective spectrum uses with wide variety of applications in all available frequency ranges of operation. Effective spectrum uses with wide variety of applications. What are the disadvantages? Cost of equipment or installation cost is high. Equipment cost is high, installation cost is also high. They are hefty and occupy more space. They are hefty and occupy more space. Electromagnetic interference may occur. That is very important point and major disadvantage that electromagnetic interference occur for microwaves uses. Variations in dielectric properties with temperatures may occur. Variations in dielectric properties due to temperatures, because temperature affects the dielectric properties. Because temperature affects the dielectric properties. Okay. So this is the disadvantage. Inherent inefficiency of electric power. Inherent inefficiency of electric power. Electric power's inefficiency is inherent property when microwaves are used. In this chart, microwave frequencies band designations are shown. Different band designations are used for different purposes. A simple definition is again the description term microwaves is used to describe electromagnetic wavelengths ranging from 1 centimeter to 1 meter. These are not accurate, in different books are given different, so don't bother about that. You can use this data 300.03 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz, 1 centimeter to 1 meter. The corresponding frequency range is 300 megahertz up to 30 gigahertz for 1 centimeter wavelength. Frequency designation. In first part, frequency, what is the frequency band or range, what is its designation, and what kind of typical services it can be used for different applications. Like for example 3 to 30 kilohertz. 3 to 30 kilohertz known as very low frequency. Known as very low frequency, and it is used for navigation sonar. 30 to 300 kilohertz low frequency LF for radio beacons, navigational aids. 300 to 3000 kilohertz medium frequency AM broadcasting, maritime radio, coast guard communication, direction find. 3 to 30 megahertz high frequency, and different applications: telephone, telegraph, decimal, shorter wavelength, international broadcasting, amateur ratios, citizens band, ship to coast and ship to aircraft communication. 30 to 300 megahertz very high frequency VHF, television, FM broadcast, air traffic control, police, taxi cab, mobile radios, navigational aids. 300 to 3000 megahertz ultra high frequency television, satellite communications, radio, surveillance radar, navigation aids. 3 to 30 gigahertz super high frequency airborne radar, microwave links, common carrier land mobile communication, satellite communication. 30 to 300 gigahertz, extreme high frequency EHF. UHF and EHF used in definition of microwaves, EHF for extreme high frequency and UHF for ultra high frequency for radar and X-ray. These are the different frequency bands used. And after that, microwave frequency bands are known as for different kinds of notation. These are all notations. Okay, and these are new notations. These are easy to remember. So notations are changed, and these are recommended in microwave band designations for comparison by IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Engineering. Okay, so frequency range is given, all notation is given. Some books you see such kind of bands: KU, K, KA, C, Xi, S, L, VHF, and similarly you can see such kind of names Z, H, F, E. So which kind of notation are used in that book, you can easily understand. So this table must be memorized by you or remember by you, because it is very essential to understand the thing. If there is the given K band, KU band, what is the meaning? You can't understand. You just if you don't remember the or don't memorize the ranges, but you think that this gives a some frequency band, okay, some frequency region or some wavelength region, and it is denoted by some notation. Okay, so you can easily remember or easily understand the terminology used in different books. In next topic, now we want to understand about the frequency limitations of conventional tubes, because before starting the klystron, what are the limitations of conventional tubes? That is essential and important topic to be understood by you. Okay, thanks.